When one begins to ask about surrender and allowing, I really want to encourage you to consider that question outside of the framework of how do I surrender? How do I allow this to happen? This, what I'm saying, is very, very key. And it's a very important distinction or nuance here that's much greater than a nuance ultimately. But when one is first finding their way into this inquiry, it may seem subtle, but it's actually r- revolutionary. And so there's a difference between asking a question such as, how do I surrender? How do I allow this to be happening? And a question like, for example, what expression of what I am is already allowing this to happen without me trying? Or a question like, what is allowing? What actually is it? Completely fresh and new outside of a concept that is overlaid that says, I need to allow, I need to surrender. There's actually what is surrender. Could also engage the question in a way where you're asking, what is it to express allowing and surrender? What already knows how to do that, and kind of inviting that forward? Let's say in the body, like maybe like you pretend like you're an actor, an actress that's surrendering, or like diving in and just falling into that swimming pool or whatever it might be. And it's a way of bringing forward the conscious knowing that is already a part of you, that already knows surrender. And it's just kind of waiting for, not that it's actually, I'm personifying it, not that it's sitting around waiting, but it's just at the ready in a sense to express when we evoke it and call it forward. Um, almost like an application on your computer that's just there, and then you boot it up, or you click it on. And so there is this sense of allowing and surrender and essentially being that's already here. It may feel sometimes like it's obscured or overlaid upon. It sounded a little bit like the questioner felt like the sense of now was obscured or overlaid upon. But all of that sense of obscuration is occurring in the now, and it may not feel like the now is conscious because the obscurations may have our attention pulled into them or pulled into identification. But when we ask an inquiry question that breaks us out of that pattern, then there's this possibility for something to come forward. And so certain inquiry questions are can be shaped or stated in ways that are really meant to pop us out of identification with the thing that we're sensing, is the way to go. Like, let's say surrender or allowing. We may sense, oh, that's what I sense might be brought to the table now. And when you sense that, it's completely different to evoke that expression that's already known, and to invite it to flower and gain momentum, and ask a question in an open-ended way where the expression can continue to reveal. So, like I said, a question like, what is surrender? What do I already know of surrender? And different parts of yourself might come online, maybe some memories of moments where you'd really surrendered, maybe some body memory, some sense of an outcome of events, a series of events that brought about surrender. Or maybe something much more essential, like, oh, that which is conscious of grasping is not expressive of grasping. That which is conscious of grasping, one could say, is already allowing whatever the content is, grasping or not grasping, pushing away. That which is conscious of it, we could say, is not defined by grasping or aversion, and therefore is inherently surrendered or always and ever allowing. And what is that? What is that that's always and ever allowing? What is that that's looking out my eyes? What is that that knows that grasping is happening? What is that knowing of being? And not to ask the question to concretize around an answer again, but to evoke a orientation within our person that might call forth a remembrance of that very orientation.